Stitcher here, joined as always by my handsome sidekick Albus. This handsome guy right here. Isn't he so cute? Oh, I love him. Welcome aboard. This is FlossTube number 74, I believe. Yeah, that's what my notes say. It's been a minute since my last video, so I figured I better come on here, give you guys an update, because this Thursday I'm jumping in the car and driving to Pittsburgh. I am excited to go to the Steel City Stitchers retreat held in Pittsburgh. I'll get to see some of my friends that I met from the Steel City Stitchers last year at StitchCon, and some other people that I have met in the past, or new people that I'm going to meet. Anyway, needless to say, I'm looking forward to it, and I wanted to get a floss tube done before I go away. So, long story short, that's the gist of it. I've been pretty busy since last floss tube. I have, two finishes, one FFO, and a new start, and I have updates on my WhipGo board, and I have a giveaway. I've got some shop updates. So let's jump into it. I've got a fair amount to do, so hopefully, you know, it will be entertaining for you. Let's see. I guess I will go show my FFO first. This is Reflections of New Orleans by Ink Circles. This is my own color conversion. I did this for my wife Nicole, who's a New Orleans native. The chart itself, I didn't grab it out to show you, is charted all monochromatically, all one color, and I kind of split up the motifs so you could see them. I sent this to Keepsakes to be finished as a little pillow, obviously, and they did an impeccable job. I found this fabric on the back. There is, if anybody is interested in New Orleans sort of fabric for whatever purpose, there's a store that I found called Chateau, I think it is. I'll find it and put it in the description box. I'm pretty sure it's Sew, S-E-W, or Chateau Sew, or Sew Chateau. I don't know. I'll look it up. I'm sure I got it wrong. Anyway, they have a lot of really fun New Orleans themed, because I think they're right in the French Quarter, fabric. And I think they're more of a quilting store. They're not a, you know, a needlework shop. But it's great if you need finishing fabric, or if you're a quilter, that's a good resource. So these are little shotgun houses that are popular in New Orleans, and they're decorated for Mardi Gras. And I had bought, I don't know if you could look at this trim, this edging. I had bought glass beads because with the Mardi Gras throws, they used to be glass beads, you know, a bazillion years ago, and then they'd break, so they all switched to the plastic ones that, you know, that you typically, you know, see. But every so often they still throw a couple glass beads. So I just thought this was so cool. And then Keepsakes wove that into this cording, I guess probably to give it a little extra oomph and stability. So I just love it. Nicole, this was for Nicole's birthday, which was in mid-January. She loved it. She actually, in our basement, we have like a little New Orleans Saints kind of, you know, like a Drew Brees helmet and stuff like that signed. So this got put up with that. So she must really like it, because, you know, that's a place of honor. So I'm super thrilled with this. Again, if you ever need finishing done, not custom framing, but anything else, soft finishing, hard finishing, anything like that, Keepsakes does such a phenomenal job. So I can't recommend them enough. They're amazing people, and I just think this turned out so good. So this was my FFO. The other thing I finished is the retreat piece that the Steel City Stitchers sent out for the attendees. I believe they're going to have finishing supplies or a clinic or something of that sort. I don't know how formal. So this is the chart. Well, picture the chart from Hello from Liz Matthews. And I did my own color scheme and did my own spin on it. And this is what I have. This is what I did. So I went with an icy cold because Pittsburgh in February is going to be cold and snowy. So that's kind of the color scheme I went with. This fabric is like a gray opalescent. It was just a scrap piece I had. I don't even know where I got it from because honestly, I'm not an opalescent. I don't gravitate towards opalescent fabric. So I don't know where I got it from. And then I just kind of pulled colors that I thought worked for me. The border has, it's got this like kind of scallopy stuff and this bow. It was just too foofy for me. No offense. It's a gorgeous pattern. It just didn't feel right for me. So I simplified it, made it a little clean and more modern looking. And I love it. So bringing that, putting that in my suitcase to bring to the retreat. And I'll see what they have cooked up for us for homework there. The other finish I did, and this is just super exciting to me. I loved it. Well, this is the chart. It's by Al Forrest Embroidery, and it is Mr. Bones in the Garden. This all started because my friend Liz, excuse me while I root around in my bag here. My friend Liz, sorry, I was trying to find something. My friend Liz for Christmas, the Wandering Stitcher on Instagram, sent me a skein of Cottage Garden Threads floss to try, and I wanted to use it. And I said, oh, this would be perfect. It's just one skein. I don't want to do anything too, you know, too involved. Something monochromatic would be great. So this was the floss. Now it comes gorgeously twisted on this card, and this card actually works as a floss drop. But I'm such a maniac and was so excited to use it, I just ripped it right off and forgot. But this is the floss. I'm going to go on and on and on about this floss for a while, so bear with me. It's highly variegated, so you can see it goes from this green to purple to green. They're pre-cut at like regular stitching lengths, and they make it so it's like green on both ends. So if you're doing something stitching wise, you're not going to stop and get that hard edge from like color to color. The floss was like amazing to work with. Let me show you the damn piece. I've been talking so much. Well, you'll see why I got so hopped up anyway. So here's Mr. Bones. Look at how awesome he looks. So this is all with that same floss. It's called Billabong from Cottage Garden Threads. I just noticed it looks like I have sunglasses on. The windows in this room are so bright, and I have those color transitions, those color changing glasses. I'm really not wearing sunglasses inside. But anyway, so here's Mr. Bones. I just freaking love this. So I fell in love with this floss using it. I'm not a neat, fancy lady stitcher, as you probably know if you've spent any time here. I'm kind of wild. It barely knotted or tangled at all. Like that, my back of that is super neat. Now I crossed each X rather than doing one leg this way, then coming back and doing the other leg. I crossed each X, and that's how I got that effect. And I just love it. So I reached out. Now, Cottage Garden Threads, if you aren't familiar, is made in Australia. I reached out to them and I'm like, hey, can I carry your stuff on my website? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I put in my first order. They're working on it. It should be shipping relatively soon because I think they had almost everything I ordered in stock. So long story short, I'll let you know when it happens. But I'm going to start carrying this floss. I mean, a variety of colors. Now I kind of picked, they had like different sampler kind of, not like for a sampler, but assortment kind of bundles. I grabbed one of those and then I hand picked like 10 or 12 other colors, you know, like a sampler red and a real nice variegated gray and some other colors to go with it that I thought would fit. I picked this Billabong because it's just amazing. This floss is not cheap. It is 10 meters, so you get more than, it's more than like a DMC skein. Those are 8 meters and this is 10, so you do get more. But I'm telling you, this stuff, if you want to treat yourself to like a monochromatic piece or something like that, just to try it, it was really, really fun. I cannot speak highly enough of it. And once I get my order in, shipped to me, then I'll let you guys know and I'll have it added to the website. But it was amazing. Oh, and the shop, the website that I'm talking about, it's my website is www.rebelstitcher.com. But I'll have the information in the little box down below. So that was my other finish. So I had 1 FFO, 2 finishes, and a new start since I last saw you. And then we'll get into WhipGo. So my new start, I was scrolling through Instagram, as one is often, you know, found doing. And I believe it was Becca Sambry Stitches had posted this start on there. It's from Cherry Lane Stitchery, right? Is that what it's called? Cherry Lane? Cherry Hill Stitchery. My mistake. And she started this and I was like, oh my God, I need that. It says, notice, prone to malarkey and shenanigans. And it's a St. Patrick's Day chart. And I was like, I need that. I don't have a lot of St. Patrick's Day stitching. And so I got that chart. And this is my start so far. It's just DMC. However, 2 of the colors I didn't have in my stash that were called for, 2 of the creams. Can I help you, Albus? Sorry. Oh, Mr. Handsome's trying to get comfortable here. Here, sit down. So this is, so let's see, the 2 colors I all changed are in this one. So far I have the banner across the top, notice, and I have part of prone. This I'm stitching on Vintage by Bestitch Me, 16 count. And this is a super fun chart. I'm gonna bring this with me to Pittsburgh to work on. It's stitching up really fun. It's not hard. It's an easy to read chart. So I think it'll be good. Excuse me as I lean, sitting down on my pile there. I think it'll be a good retreat piece to bring because it's not too counting heavy. So that was my new start. Okay, WhipGo updates. I met my goals for January. Yeah, that's the first month. The first month of WhipGo, January. The numbers that were called were corresponding to my Halloween Quaker and my Winter Quaker. And my goal for each of those was to work on them for 10 days. So let me show you where I am with those. First is Winter Quaker by Rosewood Manor. And this big ass motif, that's what I worked on. This is stitched on the called for fabric, which is 14 count dwarf by Picture This Plus. And let's see, with the Valdani threads. Now, I'm not organized enough to have taken a before and after picture, but this big Bertha right here, this motif, I finished this. So I felt like I was working on that for years. So I'm happy now that I can move the Q-snap and work on something else. And guess what? I put this down twice on my WhipGo board because I really wanted to make progress on it. And guess what? It got pulled for February also. So you're going to see this again, but at least it'll be a different motif. I can get off that big thing. But isn't this so stinking beautiful? So that's my progress on Winter Quaker. I met my goal for that. I don't have a Brenda to put this back in a bag, so, because Albus doesn't have fingers. Oh, hold on, let me put the chart back. And then the other chart that was called, or square that was called for January, was Halloween Quaker by Leela Studio. And I worked on this for 10 days. Let's see. This says Happy Halloween. I started on this. This, I think, is a crow. I did this motif. I started the spider thing. Put this doodad in. I finished the witch on the moon. I guess that's it. I don't quite remember exactly what I did on this one, but this is stitched on Murky by Picture This Plus, my favorite fabric, and with all the called for threads. So this I made my goal also. I stitched on it for 10 days, and this is going back in my whip bins because it is not called again. So yay for January, yay for making goals. It makes me feel good to be able to highlight my little bingo board. The other thing I mentioned before that Winter Quaker was pulled. The other thing that was pulled was Scottish Quaker. I swear to God, I've put things besides Quakers on this board, but that's all that's been pulled. It's not just a Quaker WhipGo board. Let me see if I can find, this is the chart, if I could, here it is. Scottish Quaker by Tempting Tangles. This is what it looks like. And this is as far as I have gotten on it. Let's see. So this is my other WhipGo piece for February that I'll be working on. I have not stitched on this piece in quite a while, so that's the good part of WhipGo, is that it kind of makes you go, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I should work on that piece. So this is my other, I guess, focus piece of February. Get that back in my bag. This is my Lindorny Rosie the Riveter bag. Okay, so that's my WhipGo update. Let's see, what else do I have to do? Oh, let's do a giveaway. So, I have gotten a new shipment of extra design fabric in and listed on the shop. I just did it right before I filmed this video. So if you were looking, I got a lot more Aida because almost all my extra Aida was sold out like very quickly. And I restocked some colors that had sold out, and I also got some new ones in, one called Dragonfly, which is like really this like light bluey green. It's really pretty. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. So if you're looking for fabric, rebelstitcher.com, under the fabric tab, you can find that. And I have the Aida, all the extra Aida so far is 18 count, but under the linens, it's just listed by the color and whether it's a fat quarter or a fat half. And then once you click on it, you'll see there's options for different counts of linen. But anyway, she had sent a bunch of these charts, these little freebies, and it's called Flower Geometry 1, and It just calls for DMC and beads, and she even included, and I want to show the chart, the little beads in there. So if you would like to stitch this flower geometry chart, comment below and use the word flower, and I'll pick from them and by next video and send it out. So this is really sweet and cute. She sent a few of them, so I'll probably include some in with orders too. Some orders of her fabric. I'll send this. So if you want to win this freebie chart, use the word flowers in the comments. Oh, that was like a close-up of my hand. I was putting it up on a shelf there. So I guess that's close to it. I feel like I've talked a mile a minute because I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done today. Hopefully this all made sense. I've got new XJU fabric in the shop. I'm working on quarterly stuff. I was packing up the sticker packs. So again, if you are interested in joining my quarterly club, which comes out, I don't know if you can figure this out, every quarter, shoot me an email, cmatthewsfrey@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description box. I'm looking at the numbers to see if I can add more people. I think I probably can this go around. So if you are on the wait list, hopefully you'll get an email from me this time around. And if you're interested, let me know. And what the quarterly consists of is an exclusive needle minder that isn't out in my shop. That's one of my original designs, an enamel needle minder that I design. And the only way to get it is through the club, and then eventually it'll get, oh, somebody's calling me, hold on. Did you like that close-up of my finger? And then eventually it'll be released to the public, but its first grabs is through the club members. And let's see, so you get an original needle minder, a sticker pack, and some other stitching goodie. I've had scissors in the past. I've had really nice floss drops. This time it will be a chart that you get as your extra thing. And, if you're interested, let me know. I think I'm going to have a little bit of room that I can add to it this time around. That's it on the plugs. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate your support of this silly channel and my cross-stitch endeavors. And for those of you who are going to the Pittsburgh retreat, yay, I'll see you really soon. And can't wait till we all have a blast. And see you next time. Okay, Albus, let's say goodbye to the peoples. Oh, come on, come on. There he is. Say goodbye to the peoples. Bye, peoples. See you later. Thank you. Bye.